Meanwhile, let me give you the instructions for raising your questions. This is now question and answer session. You invite the questions from this august audience relating to the speeches given by the speakers so far. As usual, please activate the raise hand symbol on your phone or laptop. Then we will be enabling the unmuting function one by one in the sequential order, after which you have to unmute your mic and ask your question. Please be loud and slow in asking the question. Thank you. And over to Senior Professor Balachandran.
Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful day. May 1st is a historic day. And again, this May 1st, I think history is being created. What Vethathiri Maharishi has been talking about consciousness and conscientious consciousness. Today, I think Professor Kannan has beautifully presented it with all his mathematical equations. I was stressed when he talked about mathematics, but the beauty of mathematics, seeing those flowers and then the design in them and the mathematical precision in whatever the divinity is doing, he was able to beautifully connect the beauty of nature with the mathematics and the precision of divinity. I'm reminded of Newton. He's supposed to be one of the greatest scientists, the father of science. He, at the end of his life, says that I don't know what people talk about me or think about me, but I have just played with some pebbles. But there's a whole ocean is there in front of me about which I don't know. I think that feeling we got in Professor Kannan's beautiful presentation. When somebody talks about conscientious consciousness, we are not even aware of consciousness. And we go to the next step. And I think with humility, if both the scientists and the philosophers and the religious leaders are able to understand this consciousness, I think the world would definitely be a peaceful place for all of us to live, including everything in nature. It's an excellent presentation, and I'm thankful to the Bahrain Center, that Arabian desert, an oasis we saw today. Thanks to them. And also thanks to our Sakshi Hemant ji. With a simple, beautiful meditation, he was able to make us understand how just being a witness, you can become one with that great unifying force. Thank you very much, sir. It is, I think, organizations like us coming together and working for a greater cause would definitely be, I think that's what, as a sense of gratitude, we should do to divinity. And it may first be a good beginning. Thank you very much. Be blessed.
Thank you, Senior Professor Balachandran. If there are any other questions, please you may raise your hand.
Initially, there was a person who raised the question.
Maybe people are still writing their questions. If there are no more questions right now, then
you can take it from the chat box.
We don't find anything in chat box.
Okay.
Yeah, that is right. So then I want to request Dr. M.B. Rabindranath Ayya to deliver the vote of thanks and also share some of his immense wisdom on this subject.
வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, வேதாத்திரி அமைதி. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives so much of happiness to see through the function going so smoothly and clearly conveying its message. The attempt to associate with Bahrain and Mumbai, Chembur, Mumbai, has been very successful, and I thank both the people for their excellent uh, contribution, for giving their best and making this a big success. And again, it is, I should thank Mr. Chandrasekharan for introducing and bringing in uh, Sakshi, Mr. Hemant, Sahoo, to our forum. It was a noble gesture from him to accept our invitation and expose his uh, science and divinity organization and World Community Service Center. We have Temple of Consciousness, and we both have similar ideologies, and it was a perfect blend. We were so much so thinking that one of our own member is explaining giving the concluding speech. So, and sir, you have given a sample of the taste of the meditation which you have Sakshi Bhava, and now only I understood the Sakshi in front of your name, and it is a really very nice and a pleasant experience. I think it is only a beginning for us to interact and work together. Together we can do wonders. I am very happy to be associated with you, sir, and I invite you to have more participation. I have great pleasure in inviting you to Aliyar once the situation improves. Once we open up to our ashram at Aliyar. And, I thank the Professor Hemalatha for welcoming everyone and sharing her experience with Maharishi. It is nice as day goes on. The experience, personal experiences with Maharishi will become an event of the past, and people like you have to reintroduce them to the present day audience. And we have taken consciousness in different angles, and consciousness and order of function is exposing yet another chapter in the understanding of consciousness. The intricate way, the unfailing way. I used to wonder how this God will administer, will rule the entire universe. For a single worldly individual, it is difficult to understand how God manages. But when Swamiji explains consciousness in so many degrees, 360 degrees, we understand how he rules the universe without doing anything. He remains a Sakshi, and he is the giver also, and he is everything. And at the same time, he is not participating in any of the events in the whole universe. And that is possible by allowing the order of function, the cause and effect, to rule the country, to rule the universe. It shows that it is possible for us also to get rooted in consciousness in totality in peace and still moving about, performing our day-to-day activities, which our distinguished guest Sakshi Hemant Sahoo also stressed in his speech. And I am really happy at the today's event. I thank one and all. As usual, I thank the Master of Ceremony who has done so extremely well. And it is very nice to have you, sir, in our midst today. Thank you very much. And the team which has worked behind the stage, the Dr. Chembur and Dr. Rangasamy and his team, along with Mr. Muthumani and Kutralam and Rajashekar and Balachandar and all the rest of it whom I'm not mentioning. I thank every one of them and request you to continue their efforts, put inputs for the success of the remaining episodes to come. Thank you one and all. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Dr. Rabindranath. Any amount of thanking Dr. Rabindranath will not be sufficient for the amount of efforts he and his team have taken in holding this event every Saturday at 5 p.m. Doctor, what is the topic for next Saturday?
Next Saturday is World Peace and Consciousness.
Please make a note, all of you. Very important topic, and make a note in your diary and make it a point to attend on time. There is one question from Mr. Prabhakaran. So, Mr. Prabhakaran, can you unmute? Please unmute and speak.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. This is really beautiful and wonderful session, sir. We all are really enjoying and learning a lot. And we have been seeing the sciences as only word, but today we got an opportunity to see it all in the picture from Kannan, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I have one question, sir. When all species in the nature stays in the order of function of consciousness, but only human beings went wrong, how it can be explained in mathematically or scientifically, why and how we are away from order of function of consciousness, where we went wrong? Is there any answers, sir? Kannan, sir? Thank you.
Prabharan, sir. Actually, out of all the species, all the animals or the birds, whatever be the other 5 sense animals, the human being is having the advanced level. There is a 6th sense, which is capable of realizing the whole manifestation itself. So it is not went wrong. What is the problem is, like we are all coming from the same transformation. We have all the imprints which is carried in the genetic center from the one cell until now, from the single sense until now. So all this animal imprints pulls us down, and by the habit we keep on running in the same rat race. Once we start realizing that we are from the transformation of the divine, then this can help us to realize our potentials, and instead of going only by the desires or only by the materialistic attachments, so we start keeping a attached detachment, so we can able to come out of this. So by this we can able to elevate us to a better position. I hope I answered. If not clear, let me know. Prabhakaran.
Are you clear with the answer given by Kannan sir?
So thank you, sir. It is clear. It is clear. It's really encouraging. We are in the progress of evolving. We are not staying away from the order of consciousness. It's really it's very helpful. It's motivating to do more and more our yoga practices. So we thought we are away from it. Thank you, sir. It's helped me. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhakaran sir.
We can go to World Peace Song.
Okay, before we conclude, we will have the World Welfare Song played now in Tamil. Please stay on and listen to the same. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine bliss.
உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும். உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை உவப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும்.
உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும். உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை உவப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும்.
பல தொழில்கள் புரிகின்ற பாட்டாளி உயரட்டும். பகுத்துணர்வில் தொகுத்துணர்வு பண்பாட்டை உயர்த்தட்டும். உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும். கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்து ஆட்சி நடக்கட்டும். கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும்.
கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும். கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும்.
நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய்ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும்.
நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய்ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும்.
நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். 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 வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, everybody. Be blessed by the divine bliss. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுறேன்.